Hey guys, we're back. Been talking a lot about Star Trek Ascendancy lately with the new factions coming out. Got the dice, got the new stations, and a couple of the player-created factions that I've been doing. Trying to make a series of videos on all of the factions, the official ones and the custom ones for the game, how they play, what's in each, and the various strategies and things that work well for them. So keep an eye on the channel for that. In the meantime, a bunch of people have been asking me about my storage. Now this isn't completely finished yet, I'm still tweaking some things, but so far everything I have fits in this box with room to spare. To start off, the box is huge to start with, and still working on a few details here, some things I want to change, but for now we got our rulebook right on top there, and the Borg rulebook, the Ferengi rulebook, the Cardassian rulebook. These boxes here are actually from the collectible card game for Star Trek, and they were great for faction boxes. I also printed the logos on the side so that they're easy to find in the box, and I had the tape on there too. I guess I don't really need that because people know what the symbols are, but had the tape on there before I put the symbols on. Like the way they turned out though. So we have our first three factions, the Federation, the Klingons, and the Romulans. We have the Cardassian, the Ferengi, the Borg over here have their own box. And then we have three of the fan-made factions up here, the Sana, the Brain, and the Species. I also have a Bajoran faction, which I haven't put in here yet because I'm still tweaking some stuff. Eventually there's going to be a foam core box to put the planets in, but for now they're just stacked right here. This is all of the planet tokens. The best thing about these boxes, though, they're the perfect size. So inside, again, this is something I'm working on still as an insert for in here, so I don't have these in bags, but there you have your control nodes and fleets. This one has your standard ships in it. And then this has your little starting pouch. It has your station tokens are in there, your starting resources are in there, your starting Ascendancy token, your command tokens, as well as your starting 3 ships, and your control node and nodes for your home planet, and then the sliders for your control panel. Also in here we have our advancement deck. We also have our home planet, which is what I like about these. They're the exact perfect size to drop the home planets in. You have your your turn order card and your fleets. They also fit in there. These are slightly bigger one direction than the other, so I put them in the right way. Yep, and they fit right in. And then we have our trade agreements in there as well. And the best thing about this is everything fits in here. I want to make a little foam core insert for here to separate out the ships and things so you don't have to keep them in the plastic bags, but it serves its purpose for now. There's even enough room in there to get the stations in. Mine aren't finished being built yet, but there's plenty of room in there to have those on top and still be safe. And in fact, I've done that with my Brain. Got the Brain homeworld on top there. There's the Brain fleets. The energy dissipation tokens, we don't talk about those. And the Brain stations, which are actually slightly larger than the regular ones, but everything fits in there nice. And the other thing I'm actually missing from my Brain set, I forgot to make sliders for the control panel because I'm a noob and forgot to send the file when I had everything else printed. That was my own fault. But anyway, that's how the boxes work. You basically take these out, you hand them to someone, that's the race they're going to play. There is room in here for a couple more. I'm debating getting rid of these, which will free up room for probably 3, maybe 3 more. But I like the way these work. These are just lockable plastic containers. You just take the top off and they're ready to go right on the table. I might be replacing this with a smaller Plano case like we have back here just because it takes up so much room in here, but I like how convenient they are. And the Ascendancy tokens ended up just getting thrown in an extra one we had. All of the cards in the game so far fit in the standard deck box here. They're all sleeved too. There's room for probably a couple more. Maybe the Andorians and the Vulcans will fit in there. Then we'll have to see after that. And if they even come with any. But the turn order cards are in there. All the event cards are in there. Exploration cards, I should say. Then we have this box, which has all of our tokens. And these originally were in a containers like this, just smaller ones, but I found this works way better. Just leave it like this on the table. You can grab what you need out of here. Warp tokens, command tokens, and the different resource nodes. And we have all our control panels. They all stack neatly right here in the back. I had to place a couple of them on the section here because they were from custom factions and are too big. That one's very shiny too. I don't know why it came out so shiny. And then the bottom, this I may even go to something smaller. A lot of people have been saying that these fit perfectly in one of the faction expansion boxes. But for right now, we have all the trade lanes set up in here. The long ones in the outer ones, the middle ones back here, and the small ones in the front. Dice are in here, and the lane die is in here. Works for what it is, but I might go with something smaller again because I'm trying to make even more room in here. And that's pretty much it. I'm not even sure what's in the bottom here. I think it's an FAQ that I printed out at one point. Oh, it's the rules for the species faction. They have their own little rule set going. So anyway, that's a look at my storage solution. Again, as I said, it's a work in progress. I'm still messing around with things. I've tried putting these in different ways. Originally when I had it, I had them all like that so you could see the logos, but that takes up a lot more room. Standing them up on their end, you can fit probably twice as many in here. They do sit, as you can see here, just a hair above the lip of the box. So when you shut the box, it does leave the lid setting up maybe a 1/4 inch or so. But for getting everything in one box, I can deal with that. If I were to get rid of these and store them in some other way, I could probably get it without that, but honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. My big thing is going to be to cut this down just a hair smaller, because there is some wasted space in here. And we'll try to make everything fit. Once I get the little tray built for these, I can move these anywhere. Right now they're kind of stuck where they are because there's nothing to support them. But as I said, you can get probably 2, maybe 3 more in here. So the Andorians and Vulcans, when they come, these 3 aren't even official, so you can take them out of the box and there's room for 3 more right there without changing anything. So lots of room in here to work with. The box is ginormous to start with. So I mean, you have plenty of room to do whatever. And I do love these containers though. I wish I could find them slightly smaller. The next size smaller doesn't fit all of them in there. So I'm still looking for something to work for that. But for what it is, it serves its purpose. And even with all this stuff in here like this, there's still a little bit of extra room so you can play with how things go in there. And always have a little bit more flexibility in how you organize it. I get that small tray in the bottom a little bit smaller, and I might get a second one of these for the node tokens, and that'll free up quite a bit of space in there. And we'll see what we can do from there. But as I said, everything fits in the box with plenty of room. Even with all my extra crap in there and things I don't need, everything fits. And it's all neat and tidy. It also makes setup and tear down of the game so much faster when you can just hand everybody one of those boxes and be good to go. So that's a look at where I'm sitting on my current insert for Star Trek Ascendancy. Going to be tweaking around with it a little bit more as I add things. Like I said, I got to get these stations painted up, and there's already room in the boxes for those, so I don't even have to worry about that, as well as getting the dice in there. Should be no problem to get those in those boxes as well. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.